All right, so I apologize for the filter in the hat, having hair. I need to wash my hair. But I'm glad she posted this comment. Pretty much, I posted a video about parents making sure you don't allow your child to be this stellar athlete, but you're not making sure academically they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And the book Pin, the main character Autumn, is a great wrestler. Yes, I said she, but she is, I want to say she was below reading level in high school. She was behind grade level for her reading, and her parents, who admit they're not where they needed to be intellectually and academically, and they didn't want the same thing to happen to her. They want her to get the help that she needs. Sadly, they can't help her, so they try to find people who can help her. Love that book. Another good example is Kwame's Crossover. If you have not read that one, you need to read that one. In Kwame's Crossover, the two main characters, well, and I'm mad I get them all mixed up, but they're twins. One is doing well academically, one is not doing well academically. And mom, who's also the assistant principal of the school, this is also a series on Disney Plus. If you have not watched it, you're behind, get on it. Mom pulls him when they realize his grades are not on point. And it's like, you can't play if your grades are not on point. You need to get your grades on point. And she lets them know, you're a student before you're a student athlete. But sadly, we have seen cases where that's not always the case. Walter Dean Myers has a lot of books that involve athletes where it was a struggle academically. I can keep going down the list. But I want to also speak on Sharon Flake's work, which to this day, she is one of my favorite authors. And it's sad, and honestly, it's hard to say favorite authors because it's very rare I read an author and I'm like, eh. So to say favorite, she's on that list. When it comes to YA lit, middle school lit, she's definitely an author who's a go-to that you can use in your classroom. One of her reads that I used was Money Hungry. Money Hungry was Raspberry's story, who struggling with poverty ever since dad got hooked on drugs, and mom's been struggling. She's been going to school, and Raspberry's doing whatever she can to bring money into the house, but she refuses to be like her mom. She refuses to be homeless. She refuses to be in and out of places. And it is a sequel to that one. That is a great read. Another read that I did for Sharon Flake, oh my gosh, I'm at the bookstore evading me right now. Who Am I Without Him? She has two books that go through, Who Am I Without Him goes through a series of short stories of girls in relationships, whether it was the best relationship or wasn't the best relationship. I love analyzing that book. Matter of fact, I haven't done that in a while. That was actually a novel study that I did with my Roses, and we actually got sponsored on a website where they bought the books for my girls, and we did a novel study. It was a great read. Then you have You Don't Even Know Me. She took the same thing she did for the girls and did it for the boys. But I want to say with the boys, it was a collection of short stories and poetry that was written from the perspective of males and the struggles they deal with, not always necessarily with love, but just being a male, period. Like one of the males in the story, he struggled with his twin brother committing suicide, and he was battling not want to go down that same road and dealing with depression. So when I say her novels are awesome sauce, the latest one I read by her, I already did a book talk on that, is The Life I'm In, which is based on The Skin I'm In, which is the first book I want to say I read by her. Oh gosh, I could just keep going on and on and on and on and on. So again, if you're not reading something by her, you need to.